I've had a lot of people go, "Ugh, but now you have to go get a real job." Back to my roots. YouTube is where I started in 2017, and I actually just started posting pregnancy updates because I was pregnant with my first baby, and then in 2018 and 2019 I was trying to conceive my second baby, and then I got pregnant with him after a year. My page just started growing, and over the last 2 years especially, I have grown to 22,000 followers over here, and it is just so crazy to me like how much I have gained. But now, over the past almost 5 years, TikTok has been my home. TikTok has been my main page where I have made content, and that has been where I have made the most amount of audience. I have, right now, as the time I'm filming this, I have 133,000 followers over there, and my community over there is just like truly one of the best communities, and I'm just like, I'm a little sad to see it go because I know that a lot of people are not seeing my content right now, and a lot of them won't be able to find me on other accounts. So I'm just hoping that they can integrate their way to other apps and they can hopefully find me. If you are one of those people, I am so glad that you have found me, and it's just so crazy that it's going away. It's going away, and YouTube is where I started. YouTube is where I started in 2017, and over the last probably 4-ish years, there has been like a huge shift in the way that we do social media and the way that we consume social media, and we consume a lot shorter clips now instead of doing these big production sit down video style. There's just been like a huge shift in the way that we do content and the way that we view content. And so over the past 4 years, I've barely posted over here, and every single time I post a long form content, it gets maybe like 100 views. And it was just not really worth my time, but now I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to post long form content. And I know that isn't all what people want to see, but I'm honestly a little bit afraid because TikTok is half of my income. I have been able to get ourselves out of debt over the last year because of my social media. I have been able to, just this Christmas, I am able to spend $1,000 on Christmas presents, which would have never happened 3 years ago. Like, the fact that I am able to do this is all thanks to you guys who watch my videos and engage with me and follow me, and you are quite literally the reason that I get to do this. But anyway, this is just kind of like a ramble video. I don't really have an outline for this video, but I'm a little nervous, to be honest. So here I am back on YouTube, just hoping that I can make this work, because I need to make this work. I need to make this work. So I am still going to be posting short form content, a lot of short form content. In fact, I'm really glad that YouTube over the last few months has made it so shorts can be longer. They can be 3 minutes now, which is a lot more than the 60 seconds that they were allowing before. And so I'm still going to be posting shorts, going to be posting longer form content. I am over on all of the apps besides this one because I don't want to be on that one. I am on Clapper. I'm posting a lot of my content over there. I am on Lemon8. However, that one is also going to go away. I know a lot of people are like, oh, but TikTok gets banned, we can go to Lemon8. Both of those will be banned, along with every other company that is attached to them. So that's essentially what's happening. But I'm over on Clapper, Instagram, TikTok for now, YouTube, obviously, Threads. What else? Facebook. Facebook is actually my second most growing platform. I will actually have all of my links below so you guys can go follow me on all of the accounts. But I'm not going anywhere. I've had a lot of people go, oh, but now you have to go get a real job. You really think I put all of my eggs in one basket? Do you think I'm that stupid? I have known for the past 7 years of doing content that any of these apps could go away. Any of these apps could shift, kind of like YouTube did, where how it was just long form content, and then over in like 2021, it became like shorts. And that has been like all that has been pushed out. I knew going into it, you need to put all of your eggs in different baskets. And that is what I have done. I have put my eggs in Meta. I have put my eggs in Meta. I am on Facebook, Instagram. I have actually had really good growth on Facebook. I am actually making pretty good money on Facebook. That is when my videos are actually pushed out. A lot of times they are not pushed out for like weeks. Figuring out the algorithms on different platforms is really, really, really challenging. It's very challenging because all of them are so different. Not only just for like scrolling and like actually consuming content, but actually making content as well. They are all just like so different. You find a different platform that likes short videos, like 5-6 second videos, and then another one that likes 1 to 3 minute videos. And it's kind of like a balance of what do I post here, what do I post here. But I'm doing the damn thing, and I'm gonna hopefully get a social media manager that can manage all of my emails and brands, because right now I am not getting any brands. So there's that. There is no brands that want to pay anymore because there's so many creators that are willing to do it for free. And that is what I have noticed over the last 4 years, is that brands went from like paying creators to, well, if we can get the same amount of content out of these smaller creators for free, why not? And so that's kind of another shift that I'm seeing with like brands and stuff. This update is like all over the place. I am just trying to get like all of my thoughts out at once, and it's just like, it's a lot up here, because there's a lot when you have to be a creator on all of these platforms. You have to think about all of these platforms separately. It's not really like you can integrate all of your TikToks into all of these places and do well. There are so many different platforms that TikTok will not work for. They will just not work for you. The kind of content that you make on TikTok is not going to work well on other platforms. And that's what I've noticed. But I'm a little nervous about the TikTok ban, if I'm going to be honest with you, because that's my income. That's my income. I have made money from the creator fund on there, and I'm making actually really good money. I am making about $4,000 a month from TikTok and Facebook alone. I am not really making money from YouTube. I think I've made $44 in the last 4 months. So I can make that in one single day on other platforms. And people are like, oh, but TikTok has such great RPM. Where? Because no one, and I literally mean no one, and I've heard this from other creators too, so I know it's not just me that like has shitty RPM on here. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm dealing with right now. So prepare to see more of my face. I am going to be posting a lot on Facebook. So if you guys want to go follow my Facebook, please do. Help a girl out, because I'm gonna need it. But I'm monetized over here, so you're also gonna see a lot more of my face over here too. So just be prepared for that. But another thing on my income, a lot of people are like, but you're a doula, can't you just like take on clients? Yes, I am planning on taking on clients in the next year. I have kind of not really been marketing myself as like a doula to hire over on my social media, mostly because I'm a stay-at-home mom and my kids are little and I'm a homeschool mom, and I have so much on my plate right now that like taking on clients and being a full-time doula is not really in the cards for me right now. So I'm gonna get clients if I get clients, and that's just kind of where I'm at right now. But for right now, that's kind of not what I'm doing. I'm loving the education online that I've been doing over the past year and a half. I really truly love like educating people on birth, postpartum, pregnancy, all the things, and meeting people where they're at. I think that is like super important when it comes to women's health and pregnancy and postpartum and labor, is you go where people are going, and people are going online to search these things. And so I'm meeting people where they're at. So that's what I've been doing, but you guys will see a lot more educational videos over here. I'm planning on doing a whole ton of videos. I'm actually planning on starting a Patreon. I already have the page. I just have yet to like market it and like put it out there. And here's the thing with Patreon is you're not going to get the same kind of content that you would get on my YouTube. It's more so going to be like birth classes, postpartum classes, all the things that I would usually do with my doula clients when they hire me, and all these kinds of things. So that is what that is going to be, because I don't want to be behind a paywall where you guys have to pay for me and you can still get the same kind of content that you're getting everywhere else, because that's not who I am. I want to make Patreon the kind of platform that you guys can't get anywhere else. And it feel like sit down one-on-one, like I am in the room with you kind of feel, instead of like this. So that is kind of my thoughts right now. That's a little life update. I am just trying to figure out what is next. I think we're all just kind of like up in the air about what our lives are going to look like for the next little bit, especially really big creators. I feel bad for. A lot of people are like, but what is so special about TikTok that you can't get anywhere else? And truly the community has been just so incredible. I have grown an amazing community where I hardly get hate comments. I get some, trust me, I get some trolls, but I have truly the most amazing community over on TikTok. With that being said, I have been on every single platform over the past 7 years of making content, and I can tell you with 100% certainty that I have never, ever, ever come across an app like TikTok. There have been apps that have come out of TikTok that are kind of like TikTok, like Clapper. It's not the same. It's not the same. There is just a feel with TikTok that I have never been able to find anywhere else. With TikTok also is that you're able to grow a lot easier. And sometimes that's a good thing and sometimes it's a bad thing. But for a lot of creators, small creators are able to grow on these platforms and not, pay for a freaking check mark to be pushed out. And there is something that is just like really special about having TikTok that I'm just like really sad about. I'm probably going to be crying over the next month knowing that it will be gone. And I've had a lot of people be like, it's not going to be gone. Have hope. I've had hope for the last year that like something would turn around, and I do think that it's going to go through this time, which is sad. I have been able, I'm going to get emotional. I have been able to call TikTok home. And that is something I have not been able to do on any other platform. Other platforms, I have to take a break. I have to turn comments off. I have to turn DMs off. I have to do all of these things to protect my mental health. TikTok, I don't have to do that. And I've truly never really had to do that on that platform. When I announced my third pregnancy, I had announced it everywhere. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. And the amount of comments, really rude comments that I got on YouTube and Instagram especially, that were just so mean. It was baffling to me. Like, when I tell you people fat shamed me, they fat shamed me. They didn't know how someone could have an unplanned pregnancy. I'm actually going to go into a whole video about it now that I'm 3 years out from my pregnancy. I can't believe it has been 3 years since I announced my pregnancy. Y'all, it's crazy. It's been a crazy 3 years. I have a 2.5-year-old. It's just bonkers to me. But anyway, when I was receiving those kinds of comments everywhere else, TikTok was the only place that was like, no, you're good here. You're safe here. And that is kind of where I kind of became trauma bonded to TikTok a little bit, because I was able to get my grievances out about other platforms and how other platforms were terrible and the people on other platforms were terrible. And I still stick by that 3 years later. I don't even scroll. I don't even read comments on Instagram and Facebook. I just don't. I have a lot of trolls also on YouTube. Trolls that have been following me for 7 years that have no other life. So, hi. But TikTok just doesn't have that. And that is what has been like super special about it. I know a lot of people have had really horrible experiences being on TikTok, but for me, I have never had that. And I think that is something really special. So anyway, I also don't think that there is any other platform that can replicate TikTok's algorithm. TikTok's algorithm has been truly mind-boggling. I'll just leave it at that. But this has been a very long life update, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will be back on here. Hopefully I'm going to post more. I'm not sticking to a schedule this time. Back 7 years ago, I was like, I am posting Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and long form content. Now I'm like, if I get a short and a video once a week, I'm good. But you guys are going to be seeing my face a lot more. I'm going to be doing a whole lot more videos like this and chit-chatting with you, doing birth education content. So look out for that. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye, guys.